Item number SCP-148. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-148 is to be stored in 120 cast ingots, each of which weighs approximately 10 kilograms at the time of writing. Ingots of SCP-148 may not be housed in the same site as any SCP due to the potential for unforeseen interactions. Otherwise, said ingots should be distributed equally among acceptable Foundation facilities. The mass of each contained ingot of SCP-148 must be measured and reported monthly. Under no circumstances should any SCP with mind-affecting or extrasensory properties come into contact with SCP-148. In the event of such contact, immediate area must be evacuated and the affected sample of SCP-148 detonated remotely. Personnel are not to be assigned to SCP-148 for a period of time longer than 3 weeks. Any personnel assigned to SCP-148 are to be given regular physiological evaluations. Description: SCP-148 is a metallic substance composed of a variety of known and unknown elements. The total mass of SCP-148 on hand is approximately 1.2 tons. SCP-148 has a gray-green color with a bluish tinge and oxidizes readily in the presence of water. SCP-148 has a melting transition point of approximately 4,500 degrees Celsius and a boiling transition point of approximately 9,000 degrees Celsius. SCP-148 has a density of 6.76 grams centimeter squared and qualifies as a HRC-39 in a Rockwell hardness test. It exhibits material properties such as strength, ductility, and workability similar to platinum. SCP-148 is composed primarily of platinum and iridium, with two composing 62% and 20% of its mass respectively. In addition, several other known materials are present at this composition, including iron, cobalt, and copper, which collectively makes up 16.5% of SCP-148's mass. However, given the mass of the material, it is believed that there are other substances not detectable by mass spectrometry or other means. Images of SCP-148 taken with a scanning tunneling microscope show gaps in the lattice that, under normal circumstances, should be filled with other materials. SCP-148 blocks or otherwise hinders extrasensory mind-affecting properties of living organisms in proximity to it. This effect, while difficult to quantify, appears inversely proportional in the square of the distance of the subject to SCP-148's surface, and directly proportional to the quantity of SCP-148 in its consideration. The range of which this effect is detectable is roughly 0.8 meters per kilogram of SCP-148. 1.1 tons of SCP-148 are to be received from the Metallurgical Department of Prometheus Labs' base facility during the Foundation's sweep of the building. Documents concerned with the project have revealed that the substance was to be subjected to an initial development, sold to Building Trademark, and sold as Telekill Alloy. However, due to the redacted and its political fallout, along with the destruction of the Prometheus Labs base facility, Blank has required an estimated 1.3 tons of SCP-148 and sold it to unknown buyers. Foundation agents and Forsenic accounts are to be in the process of tracking the remaining supplies of SCP-148. Addendum 148-01. However, it does not appear to affect items through those notable in the properties of purely mimetic. Addendum 148-02. Beginning of an undisclosed date. Staff reported irrational behavior, and poor communication skills among the janitor staff tasked with the regular maintenance of SCP-148's containment. After 3 weeks of increasingly abnormal behavior, 2 custodians were taken in for question and examination. Testing revealed that the aforementioned personnel were capable of interpreting body language, and did not appear to notice the intonation or phrasing of sentences. In addition, the affected subjects were incapable of determining the emotion, state, or intent of others, and demonstrated further severely limited vocabulary. Further testing has revealed that the language and communication skills of persons with regular contact or extended exposure to SCP-148 will, over time, deteriorate and disappear. It has been shown that after 8 weeks, affected subjects will be rendered completely mute and incapable of understanding or giving nonverbal requests, commands, or other statements, despite showing otherwise normal mental capacity. Addendum 148-03. A measurement taken on an unknown date, blank months after the Foundation acquisition of SCP-148, indicated that, despite no increase of volume, SCP-148 has increased in mass by 0.1 tones, a density increase of 9.0%. 9%. The source of this additional mass is unknown. Incident Report 148-1. To test the limits of SCP-148's effects and its capability to change mass, 0.9 kilograms of it was placed on a scale and moved to SCP-Blank's chamber. Protectively, SCP-Blank's redacted was on a scale and moved to SCP was nullified by SCP-148's presence. However, the sample of SCP-148 began to grow in mass by upwards of 5 grams per second. After 1 minute, this rate began to decrease, and SCP-148 ceased to increase in mass 40 seconds later, at which point it weighed 1.4 kilograms. It remained in this mass for 8 seconds before plummeting to 0.8 kilograms in the space of 2 seconds. During this time, personnel was within 60 meters, 12 times the effective range of SCP-Blank, began to experience SCP-Blank's effects, and albeit at a vastly increased rate, resulting in data expunge lockdown until the affected subjects would be removed. As of this incident, contact between SCP-148 and any mind-affecting items is strictly forbidden. Addendum 148-04. Measurements taken since Incident 148-1 indicate that the combined mass of SCP-148 is increasing at a rate of reduction. It is to be speculated that should a large quantity of SCP-148 undergo a event similar to the sample of using experiment 148 blank, they expunged. Containment procedures are now under review. Footnotes. At the time, containment consisted of a single storeroom swept and checked on a daily basis.